Hey everyone, it's Steven from Toastamac. In the previous autism video, we went over what specialized interests are and how they can be used. But this was only the beginning. Now, we will go over the next part, how to turn your specialized interest into a potential career. It can all be broken down into 4 steps. The first one being, discover your interest. Let them be your drive to succeed. We've already went over this quite a bit in the previous autism video, so if you missed it or if you need a refresher, just click the info card right here. There is one thing I want to add though. Don't feel like you need to restrict yourself to just one specialized interest. If anything, it's great to have multiple. For me, my specialized interests include videography, photography, writing, video gaming, and most recently, voice acting. And for my mom, her specialized interests include her job in the medical field, writing articles, and being an advocate for autism. Having multiple specialized interests will give you multiple options to explore, which is great for when you get to step number 2, enhance your activity. Simply having a love or a passion for an interest isn't enough. If you want to make a career out of this, then you need to perform on a professional level. I'm talking about doing something that will grab the attention of potential employers, event holders, customers. Give them a reason to notice you. To give you a better idea, while I do love to play video games, this is something I do more casually on the side, so you're probably not gonna see me in video game tournaments, nor do I have the appropriate knowledge on the softwares to go into game design. What I do have though is several years of experience in videography, such as writing scripts, creating storyboards, recording, editing, promoting. Over the course of 7+ years, I can now create content that I can show on a professional portfolio. And, believe it or not, I actually managed to get a couple of interviews. Enhancing your activity will likely involve you trying to figure out how other people in your field do their work so that you can get a better understanding, listing out the pieces of equipment and how much they'll cost, and try to figure out where you can get the training and certifications that you'll need. And while you're working on step number 2, don't forget about step number 3, study the market. Figure out what the demand is in your field and what it is that you can offer. Once you take enough time to study the market, it will become easier to answer questions like, who is your target audience? And how do you plan to make a profit? Here's an example. Tiny Dragon's Treasure Trove is a business designed to create sensory toys for people at affordable prices, something that the special needs community really needs. So, they were able to A, figure out what the demand is, B, figure out who is the target audience, and C, how do they make a profit. Another part of studying the market is figuring out how many people are also going to be in your field and the level of competition. Now, don't be discouraged when you hear the word competition, because in truth, that's actually a good thing, because it shows that there's some popularity in the field, there is opportunity to learn and grow, and this need to separate yourself from the rest of the crowd. The 4th and final step that we will go over can be crucial, but at times can be overlooked. Be flexible and don't be afraid to change, because at every moment in the world, things change. And as professionals, we need to stay on top of those changes, whether it be trends in our field or changing trends outside of our field. Maybe there's a new expectations for social norms that we don't know about yet. For instance, a couple changes I had to make in the content creator field include adopting a new style of thumbnail, where people are adding titles or alterations of titles into the thumbnail image itself to go along with the video title. Now, granted, This isn't really something I messed with too much in the past, but that's the current trend right now, and it seems to be working. The other part of being flexible is being willing to admit when you've made a mistake. Note that I said when, not if. Nobody is perfect, and no one is immune to mistakes. Sooner or later, you're going to make one. I should know, I've made several of them throughout my career. What matters is what you do when the time comes. If you are willing to admit that you made a mistake and are willing to learn from the mistake, not only will you grow as a professional, but your target audience will see that you are willing to grow and become more appreciative of you because of the effort. There you have it, the 4 steps on how to turn your specialized interest into a potential career. And the best part is, you don't have to wait. You can get started on this right now, because I guarantee you there are people out there that are much younger than me and yet are more successful than I've ever been. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any more questions for me or want to share some of your specialized interest, let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. And on that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy what you see, consider liking and subscribing to Toastamac and clicking the bell icon to stay up to date in our latest videos. And don't forget, we are now live streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Mountain Time for about half an hour. So if you want to come hang out with me, join us. And until the next video or live stream, see you later.